That nigga talk group, it's gonna have a day. It's gonna have his fucking day. I ain't gonna lie to you. Dumb niggas are starting to get out of hand. Dumb niggas. You know what? This is where I drew the line, and I said I gotta block. I gotta do something.
I don't know why those things like even appear. Like
I don't know either. Nigga said baddies. What's the easiest way to get abs? I'm gonna stop it right there. Announcing the group as baddies
Like
is where
when I first saw
on.
that word, I was thinking maybe he's asking like girls for like tips
No,
because girls be having abs and stuff.
no.
But he's talking about he's referring to men as baddies.
Bad nigga talk. And the quote is even worse. We gon' need to have a conversation of people that are let into this community.
This
Nigga,
community
this
shouldn't be a
community should
thing.
not exist.
What's wrong with people?
This community should not exist. As a white man, being in bad nigga talk in general is crazy.
It's a lot going. It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on.
Ugh, gosh.
And abs are overrated. Okay. I'm just hating.
Bro, you can get abs too, bro. I low key got abs. I just need to.
I just got layer of fat. I got some layers of fat over mine, but it's there. No. Anyway, back to our regular, scheduled program. Like I told Jackson, I ain't gonna lie. I only brought that up because that was gonna be a hot take, but I just felt like that just needed to be addressed to the community. Y'all need to chill out. Y'all need to abolish some things.
Oh man.
Hey man, look, that word coming back.
We need it back.
Word, hey, I've been seeing that word a lot more often. I'm here for it. Welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps podcast, the only podcast where we do something different. Every single day, maybe.
Hey, that first segment that wasn't planned at all. It was actually horrible, but
horrible. It
needed to be talked about. Apparently, Lord.
Yeah, that's
y'all got some issues. Y'all got some issues,
and it's bad, man. It's bad. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I think we're at 500 subscribers at this point. Congrats to us. You know what I mean? Keep liking them up.
500 on what? YouTube?
Or we're approaching. Hey.
Let's open YouTube and that's the first thing playing.
Why is he around? Yeah, I think we're
we have 496 on YouTube. Oh, we
finna hit 5.
We can get 1,000 soon. What the heck?
Boy, look.
We almost had 1,000 on TikTok.
Oh yeah. Like we less than 100 away on that one.
Yeah, no, I think it's at 901, so we close. Instagram a little slower, still only 311, but still.
It's a slow grind. Instagram. It's a slow grind, but hey, they be giving us bangers every once in a while. So,
I still don't got notes on my personal Instagram, bro.
Really?
I have no idea why. Even if I switch to the podcast account, the notes are there. If I'm on my account, they're not. I have no idea why. It's crazy. I have no idea why.
I mean, you don't seem like a nigga that would use notes anyway, though.
I just want to know, like, what is it for?
Oh, niggas just be. I just feel like it's another way to just tweet. I guess. I don't know, but either or, and of course.
Do you need some money?
Hey, yes, we do.
Do you need some money?
We sure do. I just want to make sure that y'all all.
Do you need some money?
Yes, we do. Link will be down in the description below. Had to switch it up.
I hate you for that. I hate you for that.
I had to switch it up. No cap. That other intro was way too long. But yeah, man. To start it off, we dropped a video. I saw what happened last week. Well, not last week. Yesterday, about the Ryan Garcia thing, and at one point, I think I was going to edit. I was going to edit something.
Yeah,
because I need to drop some. I was low key slacking this week, trying to get my shit together. But then that shit dropped. I was at work. I'm like, I texted him, my nigga. I'm going back to our last episode, and I'm cutting that bitch up and we're dropping that shit tomorrow. Because this is insane. At first, I'm thinking, he got expelled, he got banned. I was, he's already suspended. But before I get too caught up into it, apparently, Ryan Garcia.
Ain't no apparently, ain't no allegedly. We were there. There were witnesses. We weren't there, but the internet was there. There's recordings and everything of what happened.
Yeah, I mean, he said those words, the N word, that F the Muslims, F all them people. It was very vulgar, and as a result, he has been banned from expelled from WBC boxing.
And at first, when the announcement came, I thought it was fake because it was just like a random Twitter account.
Yeah, and like the picture was grainy. I'm like, nigga, what?
So I thought it was just like a fake account or something. But no, it's the real one. He just don't got the blue check because Elon did away with all the blue checks, so we don't know who's real and who's fake. But nah, Ryan Garcia was officially banned, expelled, whatever you want to call it, from WBC promotions because he was talking bad about black people and Muslim people. And it's just like, what happened to Ryan Garcia, bro?
Yeah. I don't know, which is crazy because just last week I saw a TikTok of this man talking about the Bible, like in depth. This man is very knowledgeable about the Bible, like from a scripture standpoint. Not saying that like that means anything, but for a nigga to be this like wilding out right now, I'm just like, bro,
that'd be the thing that
I was raised.
That'd be the thing that pissed me off. Everybody always want to talk about like have like Jesus is king in the bio and how they love God and they're Christian and everything like that. And then they just come out and make all these hateful comments, and it's just like, Jesus wouldn't like that. That's a complete opposite of everything Jesus stood for. He wouldn't say nothing like that.
Yeah, I'm still old.
You are still trying to preach that. Oh, you're such a good person. Just like that's not how that works.
I'm still old enough to remember when he ain't have tattoos and like he was really in his Jesus arc for real. Like he was really talking about like I love God. He used to tweet that like I love God, I love Jesus.
Like what happened to Ryan Garcia? Because he was normal. Because I remember like before all of this, really, he was just that, I guess, TikTok boxer essentially. Like you see him on TikTok or Instagram or even any social media. Really, he doing them challenges. He got like people with he like makes them wear like a padded suit and he'll punch him to show his punching power and do all that. Like he was like that. He was doing viral videos and he seemed normal. And then I think because he fought Tank before Haney, right?
Right. He fought Tank.
It was like during that whole like press run, promo runs, like something. I don't like. He was normal until like I don't know what happened, and he just snapped and became Doodle Bob out of nowhere. Like he became Antonio Brown.
And I feel like he was a little bit. He was still somewhat normal in the press run of Tank. He just kind of felt, in my mind, it kind of felt, oh, he's like more on this cocky shit. You really trying to sell this fight.
Yeah.
And then like the promo for Haney, that's where I was like, oh my God, who is he was
losing his mind with Tank. It was officially lost by the time he got to Haney, bro. It was
completely
crazy.
Obliterated. I'm still lost for words. CTE crumbles the mind at an alarming rate, and you never know when it's gonna actually just completely fall apart. But that nigga's brain is fell off the bone. It is off the bone.
Did you see the comments his dad made or whatever?
No, I didn't.
I don't have the tweet pulled up, but I don't remember like exactly, but I can paraphrase. He was essentially, because somebody were interviewing him about, oh, what happened to your son? Why is he going crazy like this? And he was just like, Ryan doesn't really talk to me no more. He talks to his mom more than he talks to his dad. Although he will still reach out to his dad, it's just not that much. And he said that Ryan had like a problem with alcoholism and they've been trying to get him help, but he's just not paying attention. And this is what's going on. He said that Ryan said he can control it, but he obviously doesn't think Ryan can. And these are the results of alcoholism plus CTE plus, well, maybe not drug use, because he tested positive for some drug, but it wasn't like one of the crazy drugs. It was just like a steroid or something.
True.
But it's just the combination of all that. It's sad to see.
It's so bad. On top of that, like I remember he bought a ring for one of his girlfriends. He has multiple girlfriends. He bought a ring for him. Shit was $1.5 million.
He making that much off the fights?
I mean, look, he bet $2 million on himself and got $12 million out of that. So,
okay. And spending 1.5. Never mind.
and was with another girl like 2 days later. I'm just this is different. Hey, this is different.
He's not a normal human being.
He's not a normal human. He's not a normal human being. But we gonna have a conversation about these young niggas, man. These young niggas and these women. That's another conversation to be had. He's not the only one. He's just the most wildest one out the bunch, and even that's questionable.
I don't think he's the wildest one out the bunch. He's like the mentally wildest one, but as far as like antics with women, he's not the wildest one.
Zion, we will never forget. I ain't gonna.
Anthony Edwards, you're up there too, buddy. You're up there too.
He ain't no up there. He's there. He's there, nigga.
Who was there? Jalen Green, he's there as well. Is LaMelo not there?
I can't even. I mean, he on the come up, but he ain't got nobody pregnant. That's the problem. But he dating somebody like 30 something.
Yeah.
Man, I would say lack of guidance, but these niggas don't want to be guided. So it is what it is. That's your money, not mine.
Speaking of young niggas, and we got to get into some real draft talk because we mentioned the draft last episode, but we didn't really get into it.
Absolutely. But
to really, if we really want to talk about young niggas and relationships.
Filipowski,
we're watching you, buddy. I don't remember his girlfriend's name or whatever.
It don't even matter, yo.
But,
that's a fucking crazy story.
Listen, let me see. So here's a video that will illustrate everything going on. Put it in much better terms than we ever could. You can see the screen, right, Greg?
I can see it clear as day.
And here we go.
We got a super weird story coming out of the NBA draft involving Kyle Filipowski, the 7-footer from Duke, who plummeted in the NBA draft after people found out that he was groomed by his Mormon girlfriend, an older woman who used to be his babysitter.
He's 7 feet tall. He can dribble, pass, and shoot. NBA team, they had question marks about his girlfriend being so much older than him. Why was he estranged from his family because of this? And when they asked him about this situation, the answers they got weren't satisfying.
Now, Kyle is 20 years old. His girlfriend is 26 years old. Certainly not the craziest age gap I've ever heard. Hello, Bill Belichick. But it started to get weird when an account named Becky Filipowski, saying that she was Kyle Filipowski's mother, says that the girlfriend had a 3-year endgame and was grooming him when he was still in high school. That's when Kyle's older brother Daniel chimed in, saying that the story's been pushed under the rug for nearly 2 years and that it's Mormon grooming and brainwashing. Now, again, 20 and 26, not the craziest age gap you've ever heard, but the problem is that they posted pictures in 2017, which means that was 7 years ago. So that was when he was like 12 or 13 years old. Oh. Like, you're a 24-year-old woman and you're going to your high school boyfriend's prom and it's the kid you used to babysit. I think the biggest red flag is that she forced him to cut off his family and write them a goodbye letter. I don't care who you're fucking, but the fact that you can get brainwashed by your girlfriend like that, that's not a guy I want on my team. So all the NBA teams got scared away except for one. The Utah Jazz. You know they don't give a shit about this. Bring your 30-year-old girlfriend and a couple more sister wives. You guys can all soak together. Just hit the floor, big fella.
Good Lord. Good Lord. And also, I would like to say, the guy in that video, he said she was 26, but in his mom's tweet, it said the girl was 28. So that's even worse. And when he was dropping in the draft, I was sort of wondering why he was falling. Because I was like, a lot of teams could use like a stretch big. Like, he's not bad. He was ranked to go possibly lottery, maybe a little bit after that, and for him to fall all the way to like I think it was second round, yeah, like the 32nd pick or something like that. He's in the second round is crazy. But then you hear all that, and yeah,
bro, I'm not gonna lie to you.
And also, I didn't know that was his babysitter.
I did know that was a babysitter. I did remember that. What I did not know was that she asked him to write a goodbye letter.
You know, that's crazy.
That I don't care how bad you want. That's just never gonna happen, my nigga. I'm sorry. That's wild. I mean, all this shit is wild, but that right there, yeah. I can't have a nigga like that on my basketball team, bro.
Goodbye, letter. And then you seen the picture. He was at the Jazz. I guess the Jazz, they took him to like their little store or whatever in the arena, and they gave him a Karl Malone jersey. I'm like, come on, man,
very fitting.
You can't do that.
He's right at home, right at fucking home. Yeah, and the real issue is that this nigga's gonna ball, bro. Like, this nigga gonna hoop his ass off, bro. That's the problem. Like, I won't be able to talk as much about it because there's gonna be a time in this rookie, or maybe even because because they shopping Laurie marketing. This nigga,
and Walker Kessler too. So he might
have a green light. You gonna see a 30 and 15. You might see a 30 and 15 before Christmas, nigga. So, yeah, I don't know. This is worse than the Giddey situation, honestly. Being honest with you. Like, even if the Giddey shit was real, like all the way, like factually, and I feel like it's still worse.
This is people crazy. Kyle needs help. Somebody save him.
He don't want to be saved. And I think, let me stop because I can't speak on shit like this without being insensitive. I'm gonna just leave it alone, yo.
Oh my gosh! But that was we talking draft, so we had to go ahead and get that out the way. Now let's get some real deal draft opinions. And I want to go first because my first thing I want to say on the draft is I have no idea if Ricochet, number 1 overall pick, I have no idea if he's good or not. I don't know if he's going to be good. I just know they drafted him first. I really don't know if him or Sarr is going to be good, to be honest with you.
I think I don't know how good they're going to be. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how. What I am confident about is that Alex Sarr will be better than Ricochet.
Why do you say that?
I just feel like Alex Sarr will be a better player than Ricochet. And I feel like Ricochet has he has good talent. You know what I mean? He's a good player. All the intangibles. I'm just very intrigued on how he's going to be utilized in Atlanta. Not saying he's going to be bad, but it's just kind of like, okay, like where is he going to be put? You know,
he going to be that 3.
I don't know. They've been messing up on threes, bro. I don't know. I mean, they've been messing up. Look, if I'm being honest, they've been messing up on every position that's not point guard. So I can't even say the power forward has been great or the center has been great, but they've been looking for their Cam Reddish for the longest, and it's just not been.
Because that's what everybody in the NBA, they all want, that versatile wing that can shoot, that can defend, that can dribble the ball. But that's much easier said than done.
And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like that prototype, like, of player is so overrated now. Like, it's becoming overrated to just hunt for like those 6'8" switchable kind of things. It's just like, okay, like when Toronto was doing it, I'm like, my nigga, please. You're not going anywhere with all 3 of these niggas, bro. Huh?
I said that was what Toronto was doing was very, very extra. But I feel like that like 6'8" switchable wing prototype, like that's the prototype that everybody wants, and it got popular because, like, I guess in 2010 era, like that 2010s era was the prime for that because you had LeBron, you had KD, Paul George, Kawhi, Melo, like everybody was like, oh, we want one of those. And I think that sort of is becoming, not obsolete's the wrong word, but it's just not. You can't find that. We've regressed back to the average. You can't find that anymore. They're not making players like that now. And so I think a lot of teams are sort of shifting towards, we want that big who can shoot instead. And you can sort of see that as evidenced by the draft with Sarr going second because they want, and he was rumored to go first because of that. And then you had rumors about Klingon and question, can he shoot? Same with Zach Edey, question about his shooting. Same with the one who's getting groomed, who we just talked about. Kyle Filipowski, he can shoot as well. So I think that's what teams are sort of looking for now. But there's still that desire for the 6'8" switchable, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
If I'm being honest, like I think it was an emphasis. It was an emphasis more this year about the bigs, because that's what they had to work with this year.
Mhm.
But I do feel like in a perfect world, they still looking for them big guards. Big guards is their priority. A Luka type, a SGA type of like 6'7", 6'8" that can dribble and run your offense through. And then a shooting big, like that's going to be important, and that's going to be something that you look for, especially high in the draft. I just don't think we saw an abundant amount of big guards this year that we feel, i.e., why niggas are talking about what's the nigga name? What's that white man's name?
Reed?
No, next year's draft.
Flag Cooper.
Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
They're already on that hype train. You see, when we start talking about like shooting bigs, you see how we start having these narratives of, man, it's a weak draft class. I can't. We can't find that one. Yeah, because we know what you really want. You don't care about these shooting bigs like that. Like they're cool, and I feel like in their mind, there's a higher chance to getting a shooting big that's quality in your rotation than it is to get that.
Because it's hard to get that big guard style, because you might get somebody who has one of the tools, but they can't put all three together. Like, he can shoot, but he's not a good defender. Or he's a good defender and he's an athlete, but he can't shoot. Or he can defend, he can shoot, he's an athlete, but he can't pass, he can't run the offense, he can't dribble the ball, he can't put it on the floor. So it's just all those things. Yeah, so
it is what it is. Like I get it. One of the biggest things I had for the draft, a lot of people, I won't say a lot of people because I'm not going to say that everybody cared, but I wasn't mad at the Reed Shepherd pick. I know that people had questions about it. I know people was like, number 3. I'm just kind of looking at the team at hand, and they needed shooting. And I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that nigga had 50% from 3, I'm like, shit. Even if he has a slump, that slump goes down to 40, and that's still a good shooter. We're not asking that nigga to do every single thing. We're not asking that nigga to run the whole offense. He's athletic, surprisingly, as a white man.
I think they said like his family was like I know his dad played college basketball, was really good as far as the NCAA, and I think his mom was like volleyball or track or something like that. So he has a very athletic family.
Yeah, he's a very solid dude, clean cut dude. I don't know how long that's gonna stay while you're in Houston, but it is what it is. But they keep talking about this nigga's like height. Nigga,
he's 6'3". That's normal.
Like nigga is 6'3", but that
he's 6'3" and he's athletic and he actually played solid defense. So I think Reed Shepherd. I think the Rockets are bad. Let me get that out of the way. I think the Rockets are gonna suck this season. But I think Reed Shepherd, I think he's gonna be good. I think he can get Rookie of the Year. Like honestly.
Hey, look, that shit a real toss. It's a toss up for anybody, nigga. There's no clear cut, nigga.
That's also true.
Ooh,
yeah.
Gotta watch out for him. Because what if they misutilize Alex R? Like I don't trust Washington enough.
And Washington, they just signed Valanciunas, so they're gonna have Sarr playing a lot more forward than they probably anticipated.
Wasn't that his biggest gripe for Atlanta?
What do you mean?
There was bigs in the way. That's why he ain't fuck with Atlanta like that.
I think I heard that it was just like his agents didn't want him to go to Atlanta. He didn't really care.
And that nigga resided in.
Yeah, and he lived in Atlanta too, so
that's kind of
that whole situation was weird.
Yeah. Other than that, Dalton Knecht, I think was going to be a good.
Yeah, I like that pick for the Lakers.
I like that pick. I also like Rob Dillingham going to the Timberwolves.
I think the Timberwolves had the best draft because Dillingham and Shannon. Because I think Shannon is good. Like I think he's going to be really good. And the Timberwolves, they needed players who can go get their own shots because that was the main thing about them last year in the playoffs because he could get his own shot, but no one else. I mean, Cat could sometimes, but Cat was Cat, so he'd be doing that. But nobody else could really generate their own offense. So with Shannon and Dillingham, there's 2 people who can do it. So I think they're really gonna cook with him, and especially learning behind Mike Conley for Rob Dillingham. Like if he learned for real, he's gonna be good.
I think he's in a great situation. Although I was biased and I thought like that that Dillingham Wemby connection was going to be crazy.
Like Dillingham, is it Castle, right? Stephon Castle. Okay, Dillingham, Castle, and Wemby.
That was going to.
If you could combine Dillingham and Castle, that would have been like the number one pick, but you can't do that. So there's that. But I think Dillingham and Castle with Wemby, that would have worked perfect, but it don't matter because they're still even in there with Castle and Wemby and Dillingham and everybody else in the Timberwolves. Both of them are going to cook regardless. So it don't really matter.
Very, very true. A sleeper one for me because people don't know how they feel about this player. I do feel like Zach Edey is going to be better than what people think. With the Memphis Grizzlies, I'm not saying he going. Shit, he may win Rookie of the Year. The bit like I don't know what these. This is a different kind of draft, but I'm saying like I'm not saying that he's going to be ahead of his class, top of his class, but I could definitely see. I've seen this nigga's improvement from junior year to senior year, like how he moved junior year and how stiff that nigga was, and I was like, okay, this is Taco Fall 2.0. Like he gonna be in the G League later in life. After looking at this senior year, and granted, I had to watch a lot more film on him because job, but seeing that nigga move, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what they did. This nigga moves a lot more smoother. He gets up and down this court a little bit faster than I expected it to be. He can shoot. It's just a matter if they're gonna allow this nigga to shoot. But he has the capabilities of shooting.
He's for sure gonna get left open at least a couple times, and he gonna pull that hoe.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of how they utilize him. But I think John Morant, I honestly think that's a good pairing for John Morant.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And one other thing I had with the draft, really two other things. The Jazz, they got Cody Williams just so OKC didn't. I thought that was funny. And then the Pistons, I have no idea what you're doing. Like Ron Holland, all the upside in the world. But y'all these shooters, bro. I know Cade just signed that deal or whatever, and so he's happy he's getting paid. But I know he is not happy to have to play basketball with a team full of nobody can shoot. The only shooters they have are Tobias Harris, who they just signed, and that's Tobias Harris, and Tim Hardaway Jr., who they just signed, and that's Tim Hardaway Jr., bro. Like
that's still better than what they had.
Yeah, but still, I 100% thought the Pistons would draft Connect. So I'm really surprised Connect fell that far. So good on the Lakers for picking him up. But man, I don't get it, Pistons, but you do what you got to do, man.
Who's their head coach now?
The one who is Bickerstaff.
Okay. Okay. That might work. That might work. I don't know, man. Maybe it was just a Donovan Mitchell thing of why niggas in the Cavaliers just kind of.
Do they have a new coach yet, or?
Do they?
It's not important. I don't care that much, but
yeah,
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't care enough to look, but
that's fair. But it is what it is.
Oh, and with all this draft talk, we didn't talk about the biggest, most important pick of the draft, the real Rookie of the Year. Bronny James, he went 55th overall to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, my nigga Bronny. Yeah, come on now. Hey man, congratulations, my nigga. That's crazy, man. Shout out to Pops.
Lord. How did you feel about the whole Bronny James to LA thing?
Well, at first, I really was starting to shut the fuck up really quick, like, because I was one of them niggas that was like, he need to go back to college. At some point, I knew, hey, he gonna get drafted. Like, even if he doesn't, stats aside, this nigga name is LeBron James Jr. Somebody will scoop this nigga up and he will get drafted. He will not leave these 2 rounds without getting drafted. And then once I start seeing people like Phoenix and Dallas show interest, I was like, okay, he's definitely getting drafted. But it wasn't until Rich Paul, I started seeing that Rich Paul news that Bob Myers dropped talking about don't draft Bronny.
He'll go to Australia if he don't. Like, man,
that's when I was like, man, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. And as a fan of the sport, I'll be honest. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about it. Like it's like it is what it is. It is what it is. But as a black father,
You said as a black father, like you are a black father.
as a black man and an aspiring father.
Aspiring father.
I'm not mad at nepotism. I'm not mad at nepotism. Okay,
oh Lord,
I'm not mad at it.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't want to hoop with my son like that, but hey, if that's a dream, that's a dream, nigga. That's how I feel about it. But
you're not mad at nepotism, but I am, bro. As a fellow aspiring father.
No. Let's specify. I don't have a problem with black. Put black in front of that. Black nepotism. Now continue what you got to say.
I have a problem with all nepotism because, like, it should all the stuff should go to people who deserve it. And I'm not saying Bronny didn't deserve it. I'm just saying that's how I feel about nepotism in general. But this whole I was telling you, this whole shit is the fucking Goofy movie, bro. That's literal the plot of the Goofy movie which I think low key both of them, because in the first one, Max was tripping or whatever, so he was getting in trouble, and Goofy got mad and said, "You know what? You're coming with me on a road trip, and we're gonna do whatever." And that's Bronny got caught smoking weed. Now LeBron mad. We going on a road trip. We doing this together. Then in the second one, I think Max went to college, and he was doing good or whatever. And then Goofy, he enrolled into college, and that's exactly what's happening. Bronny going to the NBA, LeBron like, "Hey, be on my team." Like, this is the same thing. This is just Goofy movie, bro. This is so stupid. And like, I know LeBron, and this is amazing for LeBron. Like, every time I see the pictures like this, I'm just like, damn, like this is what it's all about. Like, for real. But, and I know Bron, he wanted to play with Bronny, but I just know Bronny does not want to be there. Like, yes, he wants to be in the NBA.
How you know that though?
He don't want to play with his dad. Because every time they ask him, he always be like, "Oh, man, I really thought about it."
That nigga lying.
You know, like how he supposed to be on the road trying to get hoes and LeBron just there. Like, that's odd, bro. Like,
he not know, but I don't think he's like gonna be like all up in that nigga been there all the time.
I feel like, bro, like
you know what? I retract that statement. Even if that's the case, I don't really mind. Because it's just it's too many young niggas out here just fucking up. It's too many young. If there wasn't so many young niggas doing what we've seen, I would have been like, "Man, Bron, chill out." You know what? Bron, do your thing, man. I ain't gonna hold you, dog.
They're gonna turn all of them into aspiring fathers, bro. Like, this is
Bronny don't need to be no aspiring father right now, bro.
I just think I'm glad Bronny's in the NBA. I do think he should have went back, but it is what it is. I just don't think.
Come on, man. You saying but at the same time, that shit gonna be magical seeing that Bronny to Bron lob.
No, it's going to. I know that Bronny, he's gonna spend most of the year on the G. Well, probably when the Lakers start to get
that was NBA Central. That wasn't no real shit.
G League one that he'll spend most of the time in the G League.
Yeah, that wasn't real. But like I said, we'll see what Summer League prepares us for. I know that the first game is against the Rockets, so I'm going to be watching anyway. On the 14th
of what, July?
Yeah. Yeah. Dang. Approaching very quickly.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Shoot.
Shit, the Olympics going on. You know what I mean? Well, basketball Olympics about to happen soon. Like, extremely soon.
I didn't realize that. Golly, this summer low key been moving, bro. Like, June was like this,
bro.
And now I feel like July finna be over, and it's only like the 5th day of July. I feel like July finna be over too.
Bro, just yesterday it was July 27th. I was just talking about Juneteenth like 2 days ago. I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. But now I don't like how they are using this 4-year, contract of LeBron James Jr. Like, I don't like the narrative they're spinning because they're making it seem like this some unheard of shit. It's happened before. Let's not act like it doesn't happen. But to sit here and expect, did you think Bronny was finna have a $600,000 contract? Like, let's like if we gonna play the nepotism game, you gotta follow it through and through. Like, let's not be obtuse and think, oh yeah, we gonna put that nigga on the minimum. and we can cut this nigga anytime. Being LeBron James' son? Come on now. Let's you knew that. Like that right there, that 7.9, that don't mean shit to me. That don't mean shit to LeBron either. Like that don't shit.
I don't mean shit to LeBron either, honestly.
They don't really need that shit. It's more of like a security thing. Like, okay, 2 years, and then we have a team option on the third year, if I'm not mistaken. And then the fourth year, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. But that don't mean shit to me, honestly. Yeah. And on top of that, niggas was out here talking about him wearing the number 9. Talking about,
that's disrespectful to Nick Van Act. Like,
nigga, shut up. You know what? Shut up. You know why?
Didn't Rondo wear number 9?
Nah, even worse, nigga. That nigga Kent Bazemore wore number 9. And I ain't hear none of you niggas talking about Kent Bazemore. The same nigga that got crossed up by James Harden. The same nigga that wouldn't go back to the Lakers and went to the Warriors because he thought he was going to have more playing time and a chance to win a ring, and the Lakers won that year. Fuck, nigga. Come on now. Y'all do not care about that fucking number 9 like that.
You said Kent Bazemore. In my head, I was thinking KCP, but then I was like, no, you meant Kent Bazemore. And I was like, oh,
Bazemore, nigga.
Where's Kent Bazemore now?
Out the fucking league. That's what. That's fucking crazy. And he regrets his decision every single day of leaving the Lakers a year too early. It is what it is, my nigga.
Kent Bazemore is a 35-year-old in the G League now, unfortunately. I didn't know he was 35. What the heck?
Hey, man, time is moving. Time is moving.
I thought he was like 27. Golly.
Y'all was not talking about Nick Van Exel when that nigga Kent Bazemore was wearing your jersey. And this wasn't even during like the Lonzo Ball era. LeBron was still here. Come on now. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's cool though. It's cool. But outside of that, I hope he makes the team. I hope he's like on the team more than the G League team.
Nah, I want him to get in because I need him to get better. Like, because he only had those couple months in college for real, and he wasn't even playing that much because he had his whole heart, not injury, but like the heart problem scare or whatever. So I think he should just get more run in the G League so he can actually get more experience playing basketball, especially at a professional level. And so when that happens, then he'll probably, of course, be better than others and get to the NBA and blah blah blah. But I want him to be able to actually have time to play and be able to cook a little bit, because he's not going to do that. You can't just put him on the opening day roster immediately and give him 20 minutes a game. Like, you can't.
Of course, you're not going to do 20 minutes. And at the same time, like, I get what you're saying, and I guess it depends. It depends on what the purpose is for Bronny. If you're trying to build his confidence up and make him not be so passive and be more aggressive, then I can see why you would put him in the G League. But if you're just trying to get him NBA basketball experience, I'm going to be honest with you. The G League, in my opinion, is never going to prepare you for real basketball and real NBA basketball.
Yeah, but if you just throw him on the roster, if you just, hey, go guard Russell Westbrook.
Nobody's saying go guard Russell Westbrook.
Hey, go guard KCP. He's going to get cooked probably too.
I mean, if we're talking about playing the game of basketball, I would rather him be in the NBA like some minutes. But if it's like I said, if it's more about him getting more of an aggressive motor and scoring and doing some other things, because everybody's out to go get their own. They're not playing team basketball in the G League, bro. Niggas is trying to show out and give out 40 and give out 50 so they can get picked up on a two-way contract and get shown out. They're not trying to play and make the right pass. And
I mean, I agree with that. I'm just saying he needs time actually playing basketball instead of time on the bench. Because if he's not in the G League, if he's on the Lakers roster, he's more than likely going to be spending. He's more than likely going to be getting DNPs, and that's just a waste of everybody's time.
Okay, and like I said, I see where you're coming from, and I guess for me, I hope they treat it more of like a Cam Whitmore situation where they're threading the needle a little bit more. Like he's in the G a little bit. He's in has some other spots going on in the NBA roster. Goes back to the G League, just kind of ease him in there.
That's enough draft talk, as you can see. Now we gotta move on to the rest of the offseason because Ooh, it's too many trades, too many free agent signings, blah blah. It's a lot going on. But the first domino to fall, I guess the most important thing is the biggest thing rather is the Dejounte Murray trade. He's been traded from the Hawks and he is now the point guard for the New Orleans Pelicans. As part of the trade, the Pelicans, they sent 2 first-round picks, a 2025 pick and a 2027 pick to the Hawks for Murray. And then Larry Nance, EJ Liddell, and Dyson Daniels are also going to Atlanta as part of the deal. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, honestly. Because the Pelicans, they need a real point guard. I think they're going to try to do something with CJ McCollum, probably try to move him, or make him a 6-man or something. I don't know, because he can't really defend. He's getting older now, and he's a smaller guard. So they got themselves a real point guard who's better on defense. The Hawks, they got Larry Nance Jr., who they need another big man. They've got EJ Liddell and Dyson Daniels. I know Dyson Daniels, he can defend, and that's exactly what they need with Trey. So I'm not mad at this trade, especially with the Hawks. They're trying to do like a quick little like soft rebuild or something like that. So I think it's going to bode well for both teams.
Look, call me a casual. I just do not give a fuck about this trade, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I was gonna try to fake it and be like, "Hey, yo, you know."
You cared about the Nets one though?
What do you mean this? What do you mean?
When the Nets did all that. Wait, no, who was it? Who was that one?
Mikal Bridges
trade that just happened? Yeah.
No, I just thought it was kind of crazy to have 5 first-round picks for a nigga. I mean, like, I don't really care about him going to the Knicks as much. I'm like, damn, 5 first. Who do these niggas think Mikal Bridges are? That's more where I was coming from. Cause I'm like, damn, it's a lot. Like, am I just devaluing or overvaluing first-round picks? That was more of my thing. This right here, I'm not gonna lie to you. And granted, it's different because they're in the East and we're talking about the Western Conference. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. None of this shit matters to me unless I'm seeing Zion in the postseason. I ain't gonna hold you. If Zion is not healthy and playing in the postseason, and I like, look, he did better this last. I'm not trying to down Zion because he had a better season health wise this go around. Just a freak accident. Fuck that nigga's foot up or hamstring. I forgot what it was. It was a lower leg thing, and then he was out of the plane. As soon as he hit 40, he was out. So, no credit to him, but it's just like, man, all these moves is cool, but Zion is that X factor when it comes to postseason performance. Like, I really could care less what these niggas bring in because I think they would have been just as competitive with the roster that they just had. Going into the playoffs if Zion was healthy. Not saying that they would go and win a championship or go and get it to a conference finals, but it definitely wouldn't have been a sweep. And it would have been experience for Zion. And I think experience is the best lesson for all of these people anyway. So I just don't think any of these moves matter to me until I see a healthy Zion for a full season. And I don't know if I'm going to get that.
I mean, I feel like you could say that about any move, though. You can say that about any move because you say, "Oh, it doesn't matter till they get to the postseason." You can say that about literally any move, though.
No, but I'm not saying. I'm saying there's a difference between getting to the postseason and seeing you healthy at least once in the postseason. Like, I would like to just see Zion in the postseason healthy, playing once.
I mean, everybody would, but this trade is insurance for that. It's hopefully to help him get healthy. I mean, help him stay healthy because you have a Dejounte Murray that can sort of take off the load a little bit,
and
also help him just play better. So,
you think Brandon Ingram can do that?
Brandon Ingram is still on their team.
Exactly. I'm saying, like, I feel
now you have another player that can help. Now you have Brandon Ingram and Dejounte Murray. Although I do think Brandon Ingram is not going to be there that much longer, but still. Look,
like I said, if Zion is healthy, cool. Like, this is cool, bro. Like, this is decent. This is a nice trade, and I'm a fan of Dejounte Murray. So I don't know what what's it? I forgot the nigga name. Dana. Dana has his own different things about Dejounte, but like I'm a fan of Dejounte. I'll be wanting to see that nigga succeed. Seattle native, but I don't know. Like I looked at that move and I'm just like, okay, like it really didn't do much for me, man. I ain't gonna lie, it didn't move me for real.
That's that on that trade, but more stuff has happened. Really not well, there's been a couple trades, but this isn't a trade. But Paul George, he's officially left the Clippers because he wanted that max money. They said, nah. So he went to the 76ers. Yes, the Philadelphia 76ers. And he's going to be their number 2 option behind Joel Embiid, I guess. It's going to be him, Maxey,
Jared McCain.
Jared McCain, and Andre Drummond, because they just got Andre Drummond, although that means nothing.
Rebounding machine.
Yeah, I guess. But hey, Paul George to the Sixers. I'm not moved by that move at all. Like, they're going to be great in the regular season, like the Sixers always are. You know, they got Paul George. He's going to be great in the regular season too. And then the playoffs are going to come and somebody's going to, I mean, I don't want them to get hurt, but it seems to literally always happen. So that move it does nothing for me. I'm not going to lie to you.
I ain't gonna lie. There's certain things Paul George just needs to stop saying. One of those things being, I'm really finna be on my bully. You got to stop saying shit like that. There's no reason for you to say it at this point. When are you gonna be on your bully?
I feel like he's always on his, like Paul George. We know how good you are. You're a great player.
You're good.
We know
you're
that.
Good. You're good.
It's you saying I'm be on my bully. It's not gonna
It's
not gonna help them. Like the Sixers will be a great regular season team. They're not. I don't see them winning a championship just because they just feel like that collection of players is unlike what they have bad plot. They have bad plot.
Clipper East. Who you calling it? Clipper East. This is what you. I
mean, literally, like these past, like historically, they're not the Clippers East, but these past few years, it's literally Clippers East. All these expectations and keep getting hurt.
Injury. Yeah, like I don't want Joel Embiid to get injured.
Yeah, we don't want any of them to get hurt. It just
happens every year, and I can't just ignore it anymore. Like at some point, I gotta be like, I gotta take this into account, bro. And Paul George, like I said, stop saying on your bully. It's fine, bro. We know how good you are, and we kind of brush 2020 under the rug anyway. With Paul George, a lot of people are like kind of confused about like, y'all just let that nigga walk for free. Like y'all didn't do X, Y, and Z, da da da. And honestly, I can understand why some people would feel a certain kind of way about Clippers not doing X, Y, and Z. But when you look at that second apron, man, when it comes to free agency and basically to keep it short and sweet, the second apron is basically something that is used to damn near punish super teams for real. Like it's not something that it kind of keeps the balance and control of the NBA. So I think some of the penalties, if you're in a second apron, is no mid-level exceptions. Like you cannot sign anybody on a mid-level exception because you have so much money invested in your quote unquote super team that you can't do that. You cannot buy out players. You cannot sign people that were on buyouts. Like anybody that got bought out mid-season, you're not eligible to get them. Your first round picks are frozen for like the 7 years forward. So you can't trade those, which is why you will start seeing things like, they traded for a 2032 first round pick, because that's like one of the more eligible ones that you can do if you are in the second apron. Another thing that you can't do, you cannot take on extra salary, or you can't take on salary during trades. It has to be exact, or you have to like take on less. And finally, the most important one is if you are in the second apron for consecutive years, your first round pick gets relegated to the 30th pick, no questions asked, no matter how you end.
That's insane.
How you end the season, no matter how bad or good it was, if you are in the second apron for consecutive years, 30th pick. So that's what the Clippers and maybe the Suns, like those are things that they are looking at before signing niggas like Paul George to a max. It's just not going to happen because they feel like that you're not going to get us to a championship more than us going a route where we have more flexibility as like franchise to move some pieces around. So it is what it is, but that's crazy.
That second apron, crazy.
That second apron, it was made. I mean, it was made for, you know, there to be a lack of super teams, and Lord and behold,
feels like it's going to be a lack of super teams. I feel like it's gonna, this whole apron and all that stuff, I think it's gonna make it's gonna cause a lot of players to just change teams now. It's gonna look very weird. Like you're gonna see like Paul George in the Sixers jersey. It's weird. Like, why is that happening?
True.
It's gonna be very ugly. Klay Thompson in a Mavericks jersey. Weird. Yeah. And speaking of Klay Thompson, he's signed with the Mavericks. Splash Brothers is no more, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's all the Warriors' fault.
It's all Draymond. Well,
it's the front office fault. It's the Warriors'
I was gonna say it's all Draymond's fault, but no, it's the Warriors' fault as a whole because they could have nipped all this in the bud. But.
Tame that nigga or send that nigga away. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot gaslight me. Yes, Draymond Green is a very pivotal piece of why the shit went into explosion the way it did. That being said, y'all still had all the control in your hands, and what did you decide to do? Give that nigga 4 years, $100 million. That's what you decided to do after allowing that man to assault a light-skinned player. Granted, he was light-skinned. I get it. But come on, bro. On company time, you do that shit off the court.
Klay, Klay was trying to make a deal because, as it says right here, his last proposal to the Warriors was a 2-year contract for $20 million a year, and the Warriors were just like, we can't do it. And Klay, he had offers for more money to go with the Lakers as well. And I know his dad, who used to play for the Lakers, really wanted Klay to go there, but Klay said, "Nah, I want to go to the Mavericks because we got a better chance of winning a chip." Right. And that's an accurate statement. He has a much better chance of winning with the Mavs than he does with the Lakers. So, man, it's going to be super duper weird seeing him
in a Mavs jersey.
Yeah, and will he even be number 11? Because Kyrie number 11 now. Like he might change his. It's gonna be so weird.
Yeah, I don't know what his number gonna be. Because Kyrie used to be 2, and then he stopped and changed it to 11 at some point. So. That'll be interesting. I'm not ready to see Klay Thompson in Mavericks threads, like a sea blue jersey. I just don't really.
I've never liked the Mavericks jerseys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a Mavericks jerseys fan.
There's not a jersey that I fuck with from the Mavs. There's not even an alternate jersey that I'm just like, No,
I think they got like one of like their older. I think they have an old school jersey. No, it's white. I've seen that green. I don't like the old green one they have. No,
I don't know.
I don't like their jerseys, but I don't know. Seeing Klay in the Mavs jersey is gonna be weird, but I think if Klay has a little bit something left, then it's gonna go well for them. But the fit's a little odd though, because Luka's the point guard, obviously. Kyrie's gonna be shooting guard, obviously. Is Klay gonna be your 3?
Yeah,
he can't really move like that anymore.
Yeah, I just feel like it's going to be.
Is Klay not coming off the bench? I don't think he.
No. I don't think he's coming off the bench. Even if he did come off the bench,
I think it'd be better if he came off the bench, but I just don't think I don't think Klay's in that.
I just feel like Luka just gonna have that nigga in the corner. You know what I mean? Like I just don't see.
No, he gonna be moving. He gonna be moving around.
Nah, but like he gonna be moving around. But sometimes, like I'm not saying that the offense always stays still, but sometimes Luka do be getting in that bag. He getting a little hardened bag, and it's like, all right, my nigga, we kind of at a standstill.
Yeah, him and Kyrie really
kick it out to Klay with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Okay, I gotta,
Hey, Klay might split that hoe. He might.
Hey, old Klay, that's a threat. But I ain't gonna lie. This last season, that 0 for 10,
if Klay has anything left, now's the time to prove it. And I think his defense might be shot. His move, he's not going to be fast and all that, but I think he's still going to be able to. I think he'll get his shot back a little bit. He won't be like what he was before, but it's going to be.
He gonna have a CP3 resurgence. Yeah. Like okay.
Speaking of CP3, goodness gracious, CP3, Chris Paul, the proverbial the point god as they call him.
Why'd you air quote that?
Because he's not God, bro.
Respect that man.
Anyways, I'm a CP3, but you a CP3 hater, so I don't want to hear it.
A hater is crazy. I appreciate his time with the Rockets. What you talking about?
Shut up. You're a CP3 hater.
No,
Anywho.
When have I ever hated on him?
Yes, you do. What?
When have I ever hated on him?
We were talking about when we were doing like the point guard rankings, for sure.
When?
I think that was when Tunde was on.
Just because I want Magic Johnson over the nigga?
No, y'all called me crazy because I said he was one of them ones. Y'all said I was crazy.
I didn't call you crazy for calling him one of the ones.
Y'all like whatever, bro. Y'all was calling me crazy. Y'all or maybe y'all don't slander CP3. Y'all slander me for supporting CP3.
I think the problem maybe the problem was you viewed 40-year-old Chris Paul a little bit more than I viewed 40-year-old Chris Paul. Maybe that was.
I wasn't talking about 40. I'm talking about Chris Paul as a whole.
Yeah, I'm talking about whenever he was the Phoenix Suns, I just didn't have no high hopes for the nigga.
Whatever. Anyways, whatever. Chris Paul, he is now a San Antonio Spur.
Damn.
So we finna see. Everybody's been crying about, oh my God, get Wemby a point guard. Get Wemby a point guard. Hey, you got the point. He got the point guard.
That's fire. And it's like people can look at it a certain way because a part of niggas will be like, oh, give him a point guard. And then some ungrateful ass niggas are going to be like, okay, but you get that nigga a 07 BMW. Hey, that's still a BMW though.
Like you talking about? You can't talk. If you're talking about point guards, no matter how old he is, unless he can't move, you can't talk about CP3.
Nigga, point guard.
You want a point guard. You got the point guard of point guards.
Going from Jeremy Shohan to anybody is an upgrade. But to get
the
point guard,
and Pop likes CP3. Like they probably see like the game the exact same. Like it's gonna work too well. I'm not gonna lie. And then you have Stephon Castle, who they just drafted. He's gonna be learning from that man too. Like, hey.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy because our anniversary of like different videos were coming out, and it's funny the things we were talking about just a year ago versus what we're talking about now. Talking about, oh my God, seeing Chris Paul in the Warriors jersey is just gonna make me puke.
Yeah,
if it was for me, I would have stabbed him. I remember. Bro, we were so unhinged, bro. We were so unhinged.
Oh gosh.
But now we talking about this nigga being on the Spurs. I think it's gonna be a good fit. They're not gonna do much. Well, let me not say that.
No, I have a question for you, like regarding CP3. Like, does this mean that Chris Paul has just accepted his fate and like, you know what, I'm not gonna get a ring. Let me just go be mentor, or is he just a little bit crazy enough to be like, hey, Wemby needs a point guard. If I can unlock this demigod's potential with my passing, we might can squeeze into something.
If this was 2 years ago, I'll say yes. I think now, I'm not saying that he's accepted his fate. I'm just thinking, I think Chris Paul at this stage of his career thrives really well with not rebuilding situation. I don't know if I want to call it rebuilding situations, but
situations where you can mentor somebody.
Yeah, like he really thrives and like he's
really the one that made Shea. Like Shea was always going to be good, but
he overachieves teams' expectations. I remember when he got sent to OKC.
Oh, he's a floor raiser for sure. Maybe not ceiling, but floor raiser. They're making the playoffs.
When he went to OKC and they said they had a 0.8 chance of making the playoffs. At first, that was one of the first times I looked at Daryl Morey kind of crazy. I'm like, my nigga, why the fuck would you? Why would you trade that nigga to OKC? Like that's foul. And he made the best of that situation, and they made it to the fucking playoffs. And this was before a play-in was even invented. That was a legit 8 seed.
Yeah,
Got that bitch out the motherfucking mud. I can't hate on that.
You can't hate on Chris Paul. Chris Paul just do what he do, bro. That's
introduced me to Lou Dort, nigga. He introduced me to Lou Dort. I remember him. Yeah. I'll forever remember that nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. That nigga cold. But with the Spurs, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna lie. My Spurs hatred is still gonna be there, but they're gonna threaten that plan. They're gonna threaten that plan just off of Chris Paul alone.
Yeah, they're not threatening the play-in, bro. They're making the playoffs.
I'm not saying that. No, I ain't saying all that. No.
Hey, it's okay. I'll say it for the both of us. It's okay.
You're not saying that shit for me. I don't claim none of that shit. But they got a chance. They got a chance. They got a chance at that plan.
Hey man, we'll see.
Got a real chance at that plan, man.
Was that all the? Oh wait, no. Still probably. And there's a couple more free agent moves, but we'll talk about them real fast. LeBron, he re-signed. Surprise, surprise. Derrick Jones Jr. He left the Mavs. He's going to the Clippers. Isaiah Hartenstein, he's at OKC. They need a big man who can rebound, so good for them. KCP, he left the Nuggets. Now he's with the Magic. I was really hoping that Paul George went to the Magic, but it is what it is. Kyle Anderson and Buddy Hield are both on the Warriors now.
Yuck.
DeMar DeRozan, he's in Compton, trying to figure out where his next team will be. And, the Clippers. They went to prison and got they broke out all the inmates and signed them to multi-million-dollar deals.
Everybody. Literally
everybody except Miles. When Miles Bridges gets there, the gang's gonna all be there.
They're gonna put their fists together.
Yeah, but who did the Clippers sign? They signed Kai Jones. He wasn't in prison. He was just he was just being weird.
I don't even want to put Kai Jones in that.
He wasn't even being weird. He was just being Kai Jones. He was
going through something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Kai Jones is normal. He's just a little bit weird, but
his grandmother died. You know what I mean? Look, man, you know how black men get with their grandmother's death, man. Like,
so Kai Jones, he's there. Who else did they sign? Kevin Porter Jr., who notoriously beat on Kaiser Gondrzic of the WNBA. He he had various temper tantrums with various teams, the Cavs and the Rockets. He ended up being kicked out of the league. He had to learn Chinese for a couple months, I think, and now he's back.
Weeks, actually.
No, weeks. And then who else did they sign?
Miles Bridges is interested in signing with them.
Miles Bridges is interested in signing with them.
Saying that he's a fan of them giving second chances, and this is the same team that notoriously signed Josh Primo.
They did just also sign Josh Primo, who has a weird case.
The Avengers. Yeah. Hey. I feel like we gotta ask that question. Does that 5 beat our Infinity Stones?
Oh, nothing beating our Infinity Stones. Nothing beating those Infinity Stones, I'll tell you that much right now. Nah.
I think Michael Irvin puts it over the hump, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I think Michael Irvin seals the deal. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Gosh.
That's crazy.
But this just goes to show the Clippers, they're an unserious team, bro. They're not winning nothing no time soon.
Ever. Not in my lifetime.
Hey,
I'm gonna get gray hairs before I see a ring from the Clippers.
But that's essentially all the free agency. But we have one more thing to talk about, and I need to give Greg his props. He doesn't know what I'm even talking about.
I really don't.
But months ago, you had a hot take, and I think it's now officially coming to fruition because the Celtics are up for sale, and I believe they're asking for like $5 billion or something like that. They should probably get more. But Celtics are up for sale, and this is also occurring.
No,
if you guys can't read, the Boston Celtics are playing the Denver Nuggets at a game in Abu Dhabi in October. This was announced in March or whatever, but it's just sort of coming back to the timeline now. And months ago, Greg had a hot take, and he was like, "Oh man, those Saudi billionaires are going to start to get involved in American sports." And
Nigga.
It looks like it's happening.
I had no idea this was happening.
It looks like it's happening.
Damn. Hey, man, look.
That's you was right, Craig. You was right.
Hey, that's just one domino, nigga.
Oh,
God damn. I didn't know it was I didn't know it was gonna happen this quick. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought we were still like maybe 1 or 2 years removed before. Damn, they're going there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The subs they haven't been sold yet, obviously, but this is just interesting because hey, they're going to Abu Dhabi. It's finna be some billionaires in attendance more than likely. We're going to see. More will be revealed.
I think the Celtics is probably one of the worst organizations to like even like attempt to like sell.
Of course.
That's one of the most American white organizations.
They're gonna see that brown owner and like they won't know how to react.
Oh, they go spaz hard, bro.
But if they keep winning though, it's gonna
they needed to do that shit for like a Toronto or like a Brooklyn Nets or something. Somebody a little bit more just pro, just pro something, or like whenever these expansion teams happen. Oh fuck, I forgot about them expansion teams. Oh my god, that's
why you. Well, I was gonna say they need to get one of them to invest in the WNBA, but they don't be respecting women, so never mind.
Not yet. Let Caitlin Clark and Andrew Reese keep doing what they're doing. They might.
Hey, you're not wrong.
But that'll be interesting. I wonder what time it's going to start. Did it say? Does it have a time?
No, this is in March. This was an announcement way back in March, so they didn't even release no time or nothing.
Okay,
so,
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We'll keep our eye on it for sure.
Yeah, but man, I think that's everything, bro.
That's it. Yeah,
seemed like it's about that time.
Do it again. My hot take is that these stat muse account, these player stat muses, that we have to abolish them. We have to put restrictions on them. We need to keep it strictly basketball. These niggas think that they players. These niggas really think they one of them. I saw some other shit and I can't find it, but this one will suffice me. When I saw some shit like the first full day of being a Dallas Maverick in a book, can't wait to see where this journey goes. Nigga, stop. For what? For what, brother? There's no reason.
I want to know who these people are.
What a time we had. Nigga, stop. What else we have here? Splash Bros for life. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Good night, Mavs. Good morning, Mavs Nation. What are we doing? What are we actually doing? Come on now.
Get off the app.
Just met with Kyrie and discussed about my jersey number situation. We're gonna do rock, paper, scissors. Niggas. These are children, bro. These are children.
And it's not funny, it's weird.
Just talk to Luka and we can't wait to win a ring together. Nigga. Come on, brother. What are we doing? What are we actually doing?
Why we need fathers in the homes.
We need more than that. I don't think fathers are enough. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you got to do double the work.
We need fathers and aspiring fathers in the home,
and we need coaches. We need leaders.
We need the men to be men again because this is.
We need the village to start raising our children.
Please, the village needs the help.
It takes a village. It sure do. Get this community, but yeah, this community. I hate the community. That shit was okay for like a hot little minute. It's nice to look up some stats. But I have other ways to look up my stats now. If you know, you know. And looking at this shit, bro, like this is.
It's not even. They're not even posting. They talking about aura. They're talking about they're pretending that they're playing. Like, bro, please, can we just not do this? So
yeah, I saw a Chet Statmuse retweet, quote retweet, Isaiah Hardenstein Statmuse.
Yeah, it just
talking about welcome to the O or something. It was bad.
No, that was Chet for real who said welcome to the O.
Oh yeah, Chet for.
Yeah.
That's a different conversation. We ain't gonna talk about that. Get them niggas together, Jax. That nobody says that. You know this, Jax. Nobody says this shit, bro.
You act like I'm in Oklahoma. I don't know what they be doing up there.
Make you a stat muse.
Shut up.
Get you tapped in.
Anyway, man, play the thing. Let me get my. I don't want to hear. Oh my gosh.
You really get you tapped in for real.
Oh Lord. Anyways,
shit.
I had a hot take, and I had a couple hot takes, but then I just remembered that I have the actual hot take I put on my computer, and I'm just now seeing it. I forgot to actually talk about it, but I remembered it, or I see it now, and this is my hot take, and it's really based off something Dana said to me. Dana said last episode. He was talking about the Knicks, and he said they're trying to build a team that can best guard Boston, and that's just like Minnesota trying to build a team that can best beat Denver. And I think my hot take is teams that are built specifically to take down one team, you're not going to win.
Always fail. I agree.
Always fail. It's just like the Rockets, because the Rockets they were built to take down the Warriors. Did not happen.
So
the Timberwolves they took down Denver and they were happy about it. Did not have the brain fart right now. I forget the word, but they just did not have the whatever. They did not have the insert word here to defeat the Mavericks. I literally can't think of the word.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. And now the Knicks, they were trying to do the same thing in order to beat Boston. And it's not going to work for them, because if you build specifically to beat one team, that's your whole identity. And that's
be a good team.
No,
just be a good team. Because even hypothetically, in a weird case, the Rockets somehow decided to beat that legendary team with the Warriors.
Yeah,
that play style. Who's to say he was going to beat LeBron on one of LeBron's? Literally one of, like, is universally known as one of LeBron's best years.
Yeah, no, they wasn't. They wasn't doing nothing against LeBron.
You know what I mean? Like, you gonna try to shoot threes with that? Like, that's gonna be a different.
You put PJ Tucker on LeBron? It's not. I'm sorry, it's not gonna work.
We still had Clint Capella back then, but yeah, I feel
I'm like, oh, this is not gonna work either. What?
Right? Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
and who's stopping Kyrie? Harden or CP3? No.
It was gonna be tough. You still had what? You had Luka Bonmute, Trevor Ariza, Joe Johnson coming out the bench, Gerald Green coming out the bench. Look, it was made for a good series for the Warriors, but LeBron would have been LeBron. And that nobody's stopping LeBron, bro. So
if you build a team to beat one person, it's not gonna work out for you. So
I fucking agree.
Knicks, it's not gonna work out for you. I'm sorry about that.
But you never believed in the Knicks to begin with. So
also very true. It wasn't gonna work out regardless, no matter what happens. But
now you damn sure not.
Yeah, like maybe they could have beat the Celtics, but they, like I said, they weren't gonna get the championship no matter what. So it is what it is.
Hey man, I'm be honest with you. I don't know who's winning next year. I have no idea who's winning this. Like if Boston wins again, like it wouldn't surprise me. Like, but I don't
probably gonna be once OKC gets Kevin Durant, it's gonna be OKC.
Bro.
And also, even if OKC doesn't get Kevin Durant, it's probably gonna be OKC.
Y'all building a fucking super team, bro.
Yeah, no, that's a team that's gonna be able to beat anybody.
Hey, check that. Hey, y'all need to check them niggas second apron. Go check that nigga second.
Everybody on that team is like a rookie, bro.
It's getting out of control. These niggas still got like 12 first round picks. Give them up, nigga.
Dog, they don't need a superstar at all. They have everything they need to win.
Bro, y'all could give some of them first round picks to charity and still be okay, nigga.
Literally,
Jesus Christ.
It's y'all a great position to be in. They drafted Topic. They didn't need Topic. They didn't need a point guard. He's like Josh Giddey, except with a deep voice and he doesn't have a weird case. Like he's the same person.
Topic's gonna be cold. I ain't gonna lie. Topic's just a solid player. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And they didn't even need him. They don't need another ball handler. Everybody on OKC can handle the ball already. The only person who can't dribble on that team is Isaiah Hartenstein, and they're gonna teach him how to dribble because they just got him.
Who's y'all last bad player?
Bad player?
Like y'all draft him? Like, man, either he was just mid or he just didn't.
I don't think they drafted a bad player any I don't know, because even like who was it? Trey Mann and Pokusevski. I don't think they were. Trey Mann is good. He just didn't fit in the roster. Poku just kept getting hurt. So maybe him, but I don't necessarily think so.
Still a bucket though.
Yeah, he just couldn't stay on the court.
Did y'all draft Hashim to beat?
Yeah,
he was just on your squad.
Yeah, no, the Grizzlies drafted the beat, didn't they?
Yeah,
I know he was on.
Y'all ain't missed that.
Who drafted? Yeah, he was drafted by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, because I don't shit. Yeah, I don't think I have a bad pick.
Yeah, I don't know who the last. I'm finna Google last bad
last
Thunder.
I'm just looking at y'all draft history. Payne Watson, Jalen Williams, Operation Goon. I forgot about Shingun. Oh damn, y'all had Deuce McBride. Y'all took him and y'all. Oh, Aaron Wiggins, I guess.
Aaron Wiggins not bad though. He just got re-signed. He just doesn't get a chance to play because everybody else is good.
I thought Cassius Winston was going to be good, but y'all routed him to Washington, so that really. Brandon Clark, Terrence Ferguson. I forgot about him.
Well, I guess he's the last bad draft pick, but that's just because he couldn't really shoot. He was still a good athlete.
I guess it just depends on how you feel about Perry Jones.
Perry Jones is good, bro.
I'm just asking. Just it kind of depends on how you feel about him.
No, I thought Perry Jones was gonna be the truth, bro. I don't know what happened.
I thought Perry Jones was gonna be that dude. Reggie Jackson, forgot about you. Damn.
But no, the last bad draft pick. Who is
2014 wasn't that great for y'all, but I mean I wasn't expecting it to be great because these are higher picks, like 21 and 29. Mitch McGary and Josh Hustis. But
the last bad draft year was 2018 because they drafted Devin Hall and Kevin Hervey, and those players are not in the NBA currently.
True. Damn. You're right. Damn, 2021. Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers. Some of those, I mean, a lot of those got
trade, but still.
True. Well, it is what it is.
Great team.
Great organization. Great community. And you trade your bad apples away. You know what I mean? You get rid of your Josh Giddeys.
Exactly.
Great PR. So, that concludes another episode of the Play for Peace podcast. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Road to 500. I think by the time it's all said and done, we'll be at 500 by the time. Oh, we're already at 498.
Exactly. Yeah. We might, by the time this episode drops, we might be at 500. Legit.
Yeah, we pretty much will be. By the end of this night, we'll be at any last words, Jax?
Hey, man. I don't think I said this in a minute either, but if you want to change your life, please go do some life-changing shit.
And I ain't got shit for y'all. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Stop falling for the rage bait, man. Stop falling for that, man. It's political time, man. It's presidential election time, bro. Like, stop allowing some of these things to get on your nerves. They doing it on purpose. Ban that Hawk to a girl. Like, it was.
The joke was funny for a little bit. It's not
that goddamn funny. Not to put it on hats and t-shirts and for her to threaten to quit her job so she can start a podcast. Stop giving these. I'm gonna leave it alone. Stop giving these people more power. Stop it. It's not that deep, y'all. And with that being said, we'll catch y'all niggas next week. Go get some bitches. Go touch grass.